if the function of graphic design is the communication of message through the juxtaposition of words and image, it means you're not using the right image or not placing image correctly can affect the success of the design. Tunji from Caesar Graphics. Welcome to my weekly design training. In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to achieve successful design project and what mostly affects design from being successful. And I'm going to use this to teach you guys my process on how I achieve successful design project. Without any further ado, let's go. This is one of the design I received during the week from a designer. I want to especially appreciate this designer for sending this design to me and my team. Now, I'm going to start with what is working in the project before I get to what is not working. Then I'm going to use all that I share with you to recreate my version of this artwork. All right, so the first thing I noticed that is working here is the part of, the title looking this bold, because yes, your title need to draw attention. That is what really explained what the project is about to the viewers. All right. And the other thing I noticed that is really working here is the part of using color that really made this title draw attention. Okay, so yeah, those are the two things that I believe is working here. Now let's go straight to what is not working here. Now you see that as a designer, all right, we pass information through the putting together of the design element. All right, so the way we put the element together is very important. So here I noticed that is missing. The element is not well placed in the project. The pictures here, the picture frame here are not, really okay. It looks as if everything is just flying around, in the project. And the use of shadow the wrong way is also what I notice is not working here, because if you look at the shadow behind, the frames here, is making the background look like we're looking at a wallpaper, and we have this picture frames here, floating like they're about to drop in front of the background here, and it's not, really helping. It looks somehow. All right, it's not really okay. So those are, you're not using effects, all right, like shadows correctly in your project can also affect the success of your design. And the other thing I noticed that is not really working here are the use of elements that are not necessary. The goal here is not to create an impression that, yes, I did something. The goal is to communicate a message, is to help make the viewers quickly understand what the project is about. All right, so the use of this light effect here, all right, is not necessary. This here is also not necessary because we're not talking about beach here or pool. So this is not, its elements here are not necessary. And I can see some leaves behind the title here. These are not necessary. Okay, so yeah. So I'm going to stop here and show you guys my process, and I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy watching my process. We get calls a lot from folks who are looking forward to going to design but can't afford to pay for design school. Because of this, we decided to start a foundation where we can be a blessing to these people. We're looking at getting space and gadgets in order for us to meet our goals. And this is where we need you to support us with your donation. Any amount you think you can support us with, no matter how big or small it is, it will be highly appreciated. So you can use the seller link on the screen to send your donation. All right, so let's continue with the tutorial. Okay, so I first, draw frames on the pictures because, there's something called foundation before you start putting your element together, in your project. This especially when you are, putting pictures in frames. All right, so I decided to draw the shape of the frame on the picture, all right, where I know I'm going to make visible on the picture. So I drew it on the picture so that by the time I put it in the project I'm working on, I'll know what the frame of the picture is going to look like. So that's the reason why I started the project with the drawing of the frame to know the shape of the frame I'm going to be using in the project. So this picture here, I noticed that there's these two parts that we can make use of in the picture, and that's the reason why I have two frames on the picture. And there is another thing I did here, which I want you guys to also start doing when working on design projects. When a client give you pictures to use, your job as a designer is to check what you notice is not necessary in the picture. There's not everything you have in the picture that you must make visible, because what you're trying to do as a creative person is to help quickly pass the message to the viewers. All right, is to make them quickly know what you want them to know in the project. So when you have elements that are not necessary in the like contents that are not necessary in your picture or in the picture sent to you by the client, is going to affect your passing the message fast to the viewers. So as you can see here, you notice that I did not tamper with the shape of the frame. All right, so I dragged the frame from the pictures and put it in my project. So when I was scaling the frame, I did not skew it. I didn't tamper with the width of the ones with the portrait look, and the one with the landscape, I did not tamper with the height. All right, so this, I'm sure you guys are going to see by the time I start putting the pictures, you see why and how this really helped the project. So another thing which I'm going to advise you guys to also learn to do as a creative person is to start learning how to do photo manipulation, because there are times when clients are going to send you pictures that are not okay. So your job as a designer, which is also part of what will make clients want to keep you or make you the person that they trust when they are looking at giving out their project to a designer. So here you notice that part of the head of the human or the man is hidden in the frame. So I had to recreate the head and make it balanced. So you guys can learn how I achieved this after this training. That's why I decided to make the video a bit slow, so you guys can see how I was able to to do that correctly. All right, now another thing that really helped make this project successful is the part of making the frame dynamic, which is not using the same frame in the project. Part of what you can use to make projects with picture frames look interesting to the eye is when you make the frame different sizes. When you don't make them have the same size, all right, you don't make use of just one size. It's going to help the project to look dynamic. Now, but there are times where you need to use the same size throughout the project. You only do this if, let's say, you are trying to do a profile page of a brochure or a magazine where you have pictures of people and you want to you don't want it to look like one person is superior than the other. All right, so you can do that. Now you notice that I decided to make the I overshoot the head of the man in the picture, and the reason why I decided to do that is also part of how you make your project look dynamic. Overshooting is also part of how you can make your project look interesting to the eye, because as a designer, our job is to entertain the viewers. So part of how we can do this right is to make our project look dynamic, and that's the idea behind achieving that overshoot move in the project. So you can start applying this to your project. Now I noticed that the project, the image, the picture of the people in the pictures are very busy. We have different people in the background. So I decided to use color to calm this down, not to make the project look busy, because the part of using white space is not the only way you can make your project look simple. There's also the part of color, and that's the reason why I decided to balance the color, to make the color on each of the pictures, all right, to make the color on the pictures uniform. And the picture that I noticed is not bright, I decided to make it bright in order to also help make the balancing of the placing of the pictures in the project okay. All right. Yeah. So that's the reason why I decided to apply color to make the I decided to make the pictures uniform in order to make the project balance and not to make it look too busy. Now this is the reason why I did not really spend more time on this project is because it's something I just quickly rush in order to explain my points, all right, to share my point on how to achieve successful project with you guys. If I really want to spend time on this, I'm going to blur whatever I notice that is not necessary in the picture. Like for example, you've noticed that on the very first picture, you notice you have these kids on the background. Those kids are not supposed to be there. So if I really want to do this, I'm going to blur those kids out to make focus really go to or to make the focus on the two men playing card game, more stronger. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I started with the placing of the text. All right. And I'm sure you guys notice how I was able to give space for where I want to place the text. And the reason why I decided to give that space is because the picture is busy. All right. The space where I'm going to put the text needs to be bigger so that when I place the text, it will be easier for the viewers to see. All right, because the picture you're using in your project is also, everything in the picture is also part of the project, and that is why anything that you notice is not necessary in your picture or the picture sent to you, do your best to get rid of it. All right, so because I know the picture is busy, that's the reason why I decided to give that space at the top so that by the time I start placing my text, it will be visible for the viewers to see. Now, you'll notice that I'm drawing some shapes with different colors behind the title. The idea behind this is to give the project fun, is to create this impression that there are different activities that are going to, different activities are going to happen on that day. All right. So I decided to use color to, to show that different, things happening on that day on the title. All right. So that's the idea behind, the playing with the shape. So I know some of you may want to try this in your project. So I decided to make the tutorial a bit slower so you guys can watch how I was able to, do this to make it look interesting. And another thing that really helped making the colors behind the title balance is because I'm trying as much as possible not to use color that will be hidden on the background, because the background is white. So I need a color that would contrast the background and not affect the title. All right. So I tried as much as possible to use a value that will be in between the background and the title that we have on the foreground. So because I want the background to look more like to look more interesting, I decided to use this abstract, shapes behind the information that I have on the project to really make the project pop and not to look too flat. So when you're putting abstract shapes or drawing on your background, what you're trying to do is you're trying to create a pattern to make whatever you have on the foreground and the middle ground more visible to the viewers. All right. So that's the idea behind the use of the abstract, shape. All right. So yeah. So what really made this look successful, I'm going to quickly share with you guys, is first the use of white space. White space is very important. All right. So don't joke with it. It's like a trap. It's what we designers use to draw the attention of the viewers to the information that we want them to see in our project. Is another way we create space, which is what I did here. Because if you look at the frames, you notice there's this white space between them. All right. Now, this white space is what help you guys see these people clearly. All right, it's what will help you with seeing them clearly. If this white space is not there, everything is going to look too busy and too, choke. All right, so the use of the white space is what really, help make this clear. All right, and the other thing that I did here, again, that really help is the part of contrast. All right, when I say contrast here, I'm talking of the drama that I played with the title here, because if you look at the title, there's nothing that shared this design here in the title. And another reason why I decided to do this is because, you see, the images are attention grabber. They really draw attention fast. So in order to not make this lost, all right, so I decided to design this to look more like an image itself, so as to draw the attention of the viewers to look at it. All right, and that's the idea behind this. So this happened to be my first option. All right, so after spending time resting, so I went back to my workstation to look at the design again, and I came up with this second option, which I'm going to share why I decided to make the project look like this. Now, one of the ways you depict fun with design is how you play with the elements. So the reason why I decided to change the angle of the information or the content, should I say the element in the project, is because I really want to depict form. All right, and that's the reason why I decided to do this. Now, some of you may be wondering, or maybe saying, hey, Caesar, but the background is too white. Yes, the reason why I decided to use a white background here is because there are so many things. All right, we have so many things going on in the picture. All right, so I need a simple background to help project these pictures well. Because if I add drama with my background here, if the drama is too much, it's going to make the project look too heavy. So I decided to use a white background to help make whatever I place on the project, no matter how busy it is, it will still draw attention. All right, so let me know in the comment section, share which of the options you think is best, or your preferred option among the two options. So this is the first option, and this is the second option. And let's go and check the before project to see if what we did is actually nice. All right, so this is the before. Okay, yeah, so please drop your comments. Let me know what you think about the project. Okay, I'm sure you enjoyed my process, and I'm sure you learned something from this tutorial. If you know anyone that you believe need to watch this video, kindly share the link with them. And I'm going to be posting more tutorials like this for you to watch. In order for you not to miss it, remember to hit the subscribe button if you have not. And remember to click the post notification bell. If you love the video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.